Shiny came out, 4-Minute came out. It was just, it was really cool. Everybody got excited until Beast came out. And not a lot of people actually understood what that meant when Beast came out. Like, I think everybody was pretty much there to see Shiny, but then they also thought like, oh, I'll see them at SM Town Live. It's gonna be okay. Until you were like, you're not gonna see Beast and you're not gonna see 2 PM except for, this moment right here. So when Beast came out, it was chaotic. They, like, everybody that was standing up against the fence between the VIP section and the general section, they tore the fence down. Okay, and this is the second time in that day, because the first time was when they made, the people in the front stand on the line, and we just pushed the fence down trying to run to the VIP section. They was like, no, go back, go back, go back. It was crazy. But the second time around was when Beast came out for their rehearsal. Everybody just broke the fence down and started stampeding towards the stage. It was insane. I'm gonna put a link to a video of that. And it was just crazy. We thought people were gonna get trampled. We thought people were like gonna die or something. It was insane. So Beast ran off the stage, and they were like, well, if that happens again, we're gonna cancel the concert. Everybody was like, okay, we'll behave. We'll behave for now. For now, we'll behave. So the people who actually ran when the fence broke, some of them ran back because the security came. Some of them stayed and snuck into the VIP section. I don't blame you. They weren't checking tickets, apparently. That was one thing that really just pissed me off, was that people stood in line. People stood in line for hours for these tickets. And it was useless. It was like, I took a piece of paper out of my notebook and said, let's go to a concert. This is my ticket. It was useless. It was that useless. You could literally like throw the ticket on the ground and just pick it up. It wasn't even that serious. And I feel bad for the people who weren't able to get a ticket and then felt the need to pay for one. They paid for the free ticket. So it's like, that was ridiculous. And, throughout this whole commotion, like, with all these people scattering around, my friends and I, we were just really frustrated. We were here since like 7 in the morning. We lost our seats. And there was another woman who brought her daughter. She drove 11 hours for the same thing, and she lost her seats. And we went to every person we could possibly contact, and they did nothing. They were just like, oh, go sit down. Are you fucking me? I'm like, be grateful that I'm even talking nicely, because I was just beyond pissed that day. And my friends were upset, and everybody was just pissed, and we were so tempted to leave. But it's like, it gets to a point where we were here all day, we might as well just chill for the concert. Which is another thing. That concert was actually a little bit hyped up than what it actually was. I mean, we were excited to see, everyone perform and things like that. But you gotta understand what actually happened at that concert. There was actually the concert started maybe an hour and a half later than it should have. So we were already pushed back, pressed for time. We were already anxious. We were already angry. There was this like little, I guess, service kind of thing when they were like having guest speakers talk and things like that. And that's probably fine, because it was the Korean festival. Like, that was the whole point of us, even being there for the concert. That was the whole reason why the concert was even there. So, we understood that. Why it was an hour long was the thing we didn't get. And then when the concert started, it was sort of like, we had these, the village people or something. We were like, why are you here? I mean, like, some people were like really hyper that they were there, and then all of us were like, why are you here? We're Shiny, And then I guess 4-Minute came out, I think. I don't remember who came out first, but it was sort of in this order. It was sort of like two K-pop groups who sung maybe 1 or 2 songs each if they were lucky, and then 6 opera or classical R&B whoever solo artists, and they sung 3 songs each, which was ridiculous, because they were telling us, oh, it's a K-pop concert, but then it's like, who are these solo artists taking up the whole time slot? And they were singing 3 songs each back to back, and I don't think anybody really recorded all of that. But then it sort of got really, really dull. And it got to a point where there was one particular artist, I can't remember his name, when he came out to sing like some sort of opera kind of thing, and all you heard in the guest seating was boo. It was like, I felt bad for him, but at the same time, like, I understood. I was like, none of us stood out here for this. We wanted, you know, the K-pop concert, which didn't happen until all of those people were done. So basically, at that point, we were just like aggravated, we were tired, and then it started picking up again. You know, we were getting really, really hyper. And the bad part was that angry man, he had to work there, and he was just yelling at us like, don't stand up, don't wave, don't stand on the chairs, don't do anything. We were just like, whoa, chill. Like, it even got to a point where he would walk by, see one person stand up, and be like, sit down. And I'm like, I wish you would touch me. I would have caused a scene, but not really. But at that time, I was already frustrated. So for you to try and put your hands on me when you could have just told me to sit down, yeah, I would have blew up at that point. But you know, a lot of us we were like, where's 2 p.m.? We didn't see them rehearse, and I'm like, they didn't come out to rehearse because you guys would have stampeded like you did with Beast. But you know, 2 p.m. came out, and we were just like, the hell with this guy, you know, telling people to sit down. We were just like, you know, screaming, standing, and it was just awesome. So it's like, if you see the performances, we were just like, we were just hyper. We didn't care at that point. And TVXQ came out, and I mean, I love all the groups that came out, I really do, but they blew me away, honestly. They blew me away. I know that, you know, everyone in these, you know, male groups, they're all, you know, handsome or gorgeous or sexy, whatever, but it was extra for TVXQ. It was just that much more. So it was just wow. But other than that, you know, the concert was pretty okay. I wish it was a little bit more organized, and it wasn't. And other than that, I did actually enjoy myself at the concert. My friends and I stayed a little bit later so that we can say goodbye to the artists. We got to see SHINee, we saw 4 Minute, and we saw Beast and 2 p.m. So that was really fun. It was really nice. And the good thing is that, drum roll, it was a few days before the actual concert, and I got the call for MTVK. And MTVK was the also free but invite only concert that was going to be live in Times Square in the MTV studio, where we were gonna see Gina, 4 Minute, and Beast perform. And I, you know, got the phone call for it, which I was super excited. And I brought one of my friends who also went with me to the concert, and we went together. So she was my one guest.